For decades, the Ford 5.0-liter Coyote V8 has been one of the most trusted, beloved, and emotionally powerful engines in the pickup truck world. It represents everything traditional truck buyers value: a naturally aspirated design, predictable maintenance, mechanical simplicity, and a sound that turbocharged engines simply cannot replicate. So when rumors began circulating that the 2026 Ford F-150 may quietly sideline the 5.0 V8, many dismissed it as internet panic. Ford hasn't issued a press release killing the V8. Dealers still list it, enthusiasts still order it. On paper, the engine is alive, but when you step back and analyze 5-year ownership cost, fleet ordering behavior, Ford's internal powertrain investments, and emission strategy, a different picture emerges, one that suggests the 5.0 V8 may not be killed, but slowly priced, positioned, and regulated out of relevance. This is not about horsepower. It's about economics, regulation, and where Ford believes the future buyer is headed. The 5.0 V8, a proven engine with a growing problem. From an engineering standpoint, the 5.0 Coyote remains excellent. Ford engineers have refined it across multiple generations, improving durability, valvetrain strength, and efficiency. Independent engine builders still praise it for its block strength and reliability under load. A veteran powertrain consultant who has worked with Detroit automakers explains it clearly. The 5.0 isn't failing technically. It's failing politically and economically. Emissions compliance and fleet MPG averages are the real enemies. The problem isn't that the V8 doesn't work. The problem is that everything around it has changed. Why Ford's strategy shifted, and why it matters. Ford's modern truck strategy is built around 3 pillars. 1. Lower fleet emissions. 2. Lower long-term ownership costs. 3. Higher profit margins per vehicle. The uncomfortable truth is that the 5.0 V8 struggles in all 3. Ford doesn't sell engines, it sells compliance. Every naturally aspirated V8 sold makes it harder for Ford to meet federal and global emissions targets. That cost doesn't show up on a window sticker, but it shows up in corporate penalties, carbon credits, and long-term regulatory exposure. A former EPA compliance advisor put it bluntly, manufacturers don't kill engines, regulators make them too expensive to justify. The 2026 F-150 powertrain reality. For 2026, Ford's F-150 lineup increasingly emphasizes turbocharged EcoBoost engines, hybrid configurations, power boost, software-driven efficiency gains. The 5.0 V8 remains available, but it is no longer the strategic engine. When a powertrain becomes optional rather than central, its days are numbered. The 5-year cost that changed the conversation. Most buyers focus on MSRP. That's a mistake. What matters in 2026 is total cost of ownership over 5 years, including fuel, maintenance, insurance, depreciation, compliance-driven fees. When those costs are added together, the V8 starts losing ground fast. Fuel costs, the silent killer. Even with improvements, the 5.0 V8 still consumes significantly more fuel than Ford's turbo V6 alternatives, especially under mixed driving conditions. Industry fuel analysts estimate that over 5 years, the average V8 F-150 owner spends $4,000 to $6,000 more on fuel. Hybrid owners save even more in urban use. One fleet manager overseeing 300-plus F-150s explained, "At scale, fuel cost kills emotion. V8s disappear when spreadsheets take over." Maintenance, simpler but not cheaper anymore. The common belief is that naturally aspirated engines are cheaper to maintain. Historically, that was true, but emissions-era V8s are no longer simple. Modern 5.0 engines require advanced catalytic systems, complex emissions monitoring, tight tolerances to meet standards. Meanwhile, Ford's EcoBoost engines have matured. Early turbo reliability concerns have largely stabilized, and maintenance intervals are now comparable. A master Ford technician with 25 years of experience notes, "The maintenance gap people assume doesn't really exist anymore. The V8 isn't cheap like it used to be." Insurance and regulatory pressure. Insurance providers increasingly factor emissions class, engine displacement, and fuel consumption into long-term risk models. In several U.S. states and global markets, larger displacement engines face higher fees, future emission zones threaten resale value, That affects depreciation, and depreciation is often the largest ownership cost. Depreciation, where the V8 quietly loses. Ironically, V8s used to hold value better. That trend is reversing. Used truck market analysts are now seeing higher demand for efficient powertrains, fleet buyers avoiding V8 inventory, slower resale velocity for high-displacement engines. One auction pricing analyst explained, V8 demand is emotional, not universal. That narrows the resale pool. Over 5 years, that difference can mean thousands lost at trade-in. Ford's investment tells the real story. Look at where Ford is spending its money. Billions are flowing into hybrid development, software optimization, battery electric infrastructure, turbo engine refinement. Meanwhile, the 5.0 receives minimal evolutionary updates. That's not coincidence, it's prioritization. A retired Ford engineer stated, when updates stop coming, the writing is already on the wall. Is Ford killing the 5.0 V8? Not directly. Ford is doing something more strategic and more effective. They are keeping the V8 available to avoid backlash, allowing market forces to phase it out, letting cost and regulation make the decision. This avoids PR disasters while achieving the same outcome. What experts agree on. Across interviews with engineers, fleet managers, and industry analysts, there is rare consensus. The 5.0 V8 is still mechanically excellent. It no longer fits Ford's long-term business model. Cost pressures, not performance, are ending its dominance. As one analyst summarized, the V8 didn't lose the war because it was weak. It lost because the battlefield changed. What this means for buyers in 2026. If you're buying a 2026 F-150, the decision is no longer emotional, it's strategic. Choose the 5.0 V8 if you plan to keep it long-term, you value sound and feel over cost, you understand resale risk. Choose EcoBoost or hybrid if you care about 5-year cost, you want better resale flexibility, you expect regulatory changes. The final truth. Ford didn't kill the 5.0 V8 with an announcement. They killed it with math. The 5-year cost nobody expected isn't a conspiracy. It's a consequence of regulation, economics, and modern manufacturing priorities. The V8 will live on, for now. But its era as the default heart of the F-150 is over. And once an engine stops being the default, its countdown has already begun.